Good day, Anita. Welcome.
Hello,
Welcome.
good evening, Deepak. How are you?
Absolutely peaceful. Peaceful. Thank you. How about yourself?
All good, and thanks to you actually, because we are going to complete 2 years of yoga with you, and we feel very fortunate that we have been able to go through this pandemic. Of course, fingers crossed, it's still not gone, but with a lot of improvement in our breathing and flexibility and stability with the regular yoga, I think we are all much better placed today. Thank you so much for that.
You should thank yourself firstly, because you see, yoga is available to everyone, but there are only few like you who really take it to heart and put your efforts and reap the benefits. So it's
Well, I would like give
sorry.
the credit to you because I've been doing yoga forever, but not that regularly. But now because it's coming home, I mean, there's no excuse not to do it. When you are there all 365 days of the year, it's rather shameful that we tend to, not be there every now and then. But thank you so much for being so devoted to the cause. And, that gives us a lot of inspiration to, at least be regular, if nothing else. And that by that alone, we have benefited a lot. So in my case, like I can say that even being able to withstand extreme heat and extreme freezing climates has increased, in the sense that recently I was in minus 22 minus 29 degrees centigrade temperatures, with snow everywhere and all. But luckily, I mean, nothing happened, and we could enjoy all of that. And I guess it's all because of the stamina and the breathing exercises and the yoga that you make us do every day. So I give you a lot of credit for that. Thank you so much for being there for us. Thank you.
All the credit to yoga, all the credit to yoga. I'm just
Yeah.
doing my part, and it's such a pleasure to hear from people who've actually benefited out of it. This is
Yes.
the best payback that yoga can get.
Yes.
And you're doing a great service by doing this kind of a conversation and having it uploaded on the various media portals, where the idea is to inspire people and
Yes.
send a message to them, explain to them what and how it works. So you said you have been doing yoga from before. How many years you've been involved with yoga or as a practice?
I think about 8 to 10 years, because I used to go to Indira Gandhi Center for the classes there, but since the pandemic started, they discontinued the classes. So then I came on to your classes, and it's been absolutely wonderful.
Fantastic,
So
fantastic,
yeah.
fantastic. On a
So
daily basis, obviously, you spoke about the kind of ability to withstand various temperatures and so on. But on a daily basis, how do you feel? Like, what is the difference in a daily life that you are experiencing some kind of a difficulty or some kind of obstacle to do a certain thing, and you've been able to do it? Is there anything like that you would want to share with the viewers?
yeah, definitely. Like, earlier, like I keep saying that my biggest joy is that I can touch my toes now, you know. And I've been doing yoga, but no instructor had, ever given that tip that, all you need to do is follow your eyes, like, at every level, and then you bend the body accordingly. And that makes it so simple. I mean, I think anybody can do it, if they follow that way. So these small tips that you give, I mean, maybe it will not come, it won't come to me in a second, but these kind of things really make a lot of difference, and you feel motivated to do more. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely.
So
That's
yeah.
excellent. No, that is one big thing. And you see, the body is fantastically designed. There is no doubt about it. It's just that we are learning how to use it correctly, and it's
Yes.
the
Yeah.
yogic science
And
that.
yeah. And I just remembered, sorry, that maybe because of the regular pranayam that we are doing now, my I used to have a tendency to sneeze a lot, you know, and touch wood, that has also completely gone. now for the last 2 years. My husband is sneezing now, and and I tell him, why don't you do and join these classes, because my that tendency is gone now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Is there any particular asana that you like, or something that you would recommend to our viewers, which you feel fantastic with and want to do
I
it?
love I love those the daily twists that we do,
Yes.
because I think that really helps in gaining more flexibility, I feel. And also one feels lighter after having done that, along with the asanas. So I used to hate cat and cow actually. Because it really, like, that is the one which makes you stretch yourself a lot. But yeah, over time now I've come to like it, so it's okay.
No, it's lovely that you mentioned cat and cow. I mean, this posture, thanks to my guru Marie Jose, God bless her soul, who actually said once, she said, Deepak, if you don't have time to do anything else, just do your cat and cow for those 10 or 12 repetitions and consider your yoga done. That is how powerful it is. You see, because working on the fundamentals of the body, which is our spine. Now it carries so many substances, like, it's carrying our energy systems, it's carrying our fluid systems, it's carrying our nervous system through it. It's like the main highway. And if the main highway is well maintained of the country, then you'll have that free flow of traffic, you see. And you get from
so that's what Deepak, I wanted to ask you, that you make us do these basic 4 things nearly every day.
Yes.
Which is the gas release, the bridge, the twist, and the cat and cow. So if you could just explain to us, and also please tell us, is it all right for us to just follow this every day and live our life thinking that we are doing fine?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. No, this is a fantastic question. In fact, it must be on a lot of our friends' minds, but they never ask me. It's good you asked me. You see, there is a very strong workout for our internal organs in the lower abdomen, starting with the gas release posture. So when you're bringing your thighs in contact with this in lower abdomen, your actually intention is to press and move inner to these internal organs, which are major systems of the body. Like you have the digestive system to start with. You have the reproductive system. You have the adrenal system. You have your filtration systems. Everything down here in the lower abdomen. So it's like warming up an engine before taking a huge car or a truck for a ride, or for it to do its job correctly, you see. So this is your gas release posture, number 1. Then secondly, to deepen that massage a little further, I call it the massage of the internal organs. So to deepen that, we have the twist. Now, when you do that twist and hold that posture with taking in your inhale and diverting it to that area, it further deepens the massage to these areas. And because you've done these 2 now, it becomes fundamentally important to get the internal organs back into their neutral shape. This is why we do the Setu Bandhasana, the half bridge, to stabilize those organs. So these 3 are like, they're married together. You can't separate them. And just these 3 have such fantastic benefits. The list is so long, but I'll share with you a small instance when I was doing my certification for as a therapist, using yoga as a therapy. We were taken to a therapy center where there were actually 7 patients being treated. They were given yogic practices to follow to treat various ailments. The few that I remember was, one was a serious digestive disorder. Second one was a spinal problem. The third one was actually a lady who had finished with a cancer treatment, but the chemotherapy had caused so much disruption that none of the systems in the body worked correctly. So it was her. Then there was a person, a young, actually, a 35-year-old boy who simply lost sleep. He had such bad clinical depression because of insomnia. And all these people started their session with these gas release poses. So when I saw that, that is the time I made up my mind that whenever I design a sequence, my first starting point will be the gas release, the, how do we call it in Sanskrit? The Pavan Mukta Asana. Yes. So that Pavan Mukta Asana is so powerful. That is why you will see that every sequence starts with that, and then
yeah. So, and tell us a little bit more about the cat and cow that we end up doing at the when we come up.
Yes, I mean, I will again start with Mari Jose putting this into me. She's the one who actually blessed me with this knowledge. You see, once again, understand the three awarenesses which are with cat and cow. So one, we start with the breath. You see, like the yogic science explains, that everything you do, it has to incorporate the breath. If you take the breath out, then it becomes just a normal exercise, you see. But with the breath, when you're inhaling and exhaling, the awareness of the breath synchronizing with the movement is like energizing that particular movement. Sorry, 1 second. So the breath is bringing in that energy to facilitate the movement. So that is the first awareness. The second awareness is the awareness of the spine contracting and expanding. Now, like I spoke earlier, this is the main highway. And if you maintain the main highway, then you'll have a fluid traffic. So traffic, fluid, by fluid traffic, I mean your nervous system works very well. Your energy systems works fantastically, because we know that it's the energy that goes around the spine. That is what yoga has taught us, in a Christian fashion. And then finally, everything starts from the core. So you're using your abdominal muscles, for example, to push yourself in that beautiful naughty cat posture.
Yes. So, yes. Those words are in great now. Naughty cat.
When done intensely, it actually becomes a core workout. So these are the three major reasons why, and when we say a core workout, even to blink our eyes, we use the core for the strength, because that is the source of the strength. And like yogic science has been talking about for thousands of years, modern science agrees now that just around our navel is actually our second brain. Which actually gets the signals from the main brain and then reflects it out to all the other internal organs in the body. So this is why.
Sorry to interrupt you, but you're talking of the breaths and the your inhale, the way you say it is so long that I doubt if any of us can actually go on inhaling till your inhale word only finishes. Halfway through we are done.
True. It's a fantastic question. I mean, it comes to everybody's mind. He says, then why don't you actually put it in a normal fashion? I say, see, this is what actually gets the body ready to go up to that state. Because I want you to inhale that much. So
we are trying, that we are able to match your inhale.
One day it will happen. It will happen one day.
Oh, yes. But that's so funny that, I mean, the word never ends and our breathing ends, Yeah.
beautiful way of saying it. But
Yeah.
yes, one day you will get there. One day we are all trying. You see, we are all beginners where yoga is concerned. There's so much to learn. Yes,
Absolutely.
it will happen.
So with that only, you make us do the 4-part breathing.
Yes.
4 and 8, sorry, 4 and 8 one, inhale at 4 and then exhale at 8 and all. And also you have taught us Brahmari, right? So is it a preparation for Brahmari? Is it okay if we do Brahmari only?
See,
Or are they two separate things?
or the humming bee breath is such
Yes,
a
humming.
yes. This
Yes.
can be used at any time. There are no contraindications like any other breathing technique where we say, do it only in the mornings, not in the evening,
Yeah.
or not just after your meals and so on. Brahmari you could do at any time because it is a very, very calming to the mind and to the body.
Also, you told us that during COVID times,
Absolutely.
some nitrogen oxide is prepared
Exactly.
when you do that. So, I mean, I try to practice it every day. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
So talking about that nitric oxide, just that
yeah.
frequency of 120 hertz helps us to generate nitric oxide in the nasal passage, which helps in attacking any kind of invasion, whether it's a virus or any kind of unwanted what do you call it phenomena that comes in to the nasal passage through the breath. And
So, how many times minimum we must do Brahmari to have the good effect of it?
at least 10 times. At least
10 times.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Because the thing is that when you do it for as a beginner, you may not be able to do it comfortably for 10 times, but start with small, start with 3 or 4 times and then try to achieve 10. That is where our main intention is to activate our parasympathetic nervous system. Which in turn calms the body down. So that vibration in the throat is actually working with the nervous system to help us to calm it down. That is the real work. But of course, we are now using it also for the pandemic. And you spoke about the 4 to 8 breath. In a way, that is another way, another route to the same destination of calming the nervous system. Because what yogic science explains to us and modern science agrees that our inhales are connected to our sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight and flight response. And the exhale is connected to the parasympathetic nervous system, which is calming and relaxing. So every time you elongate your exhale, you automatically calm the body down. You see? So this is why we are inhaling at 4 and exhaling at 8 to activate that parasympathetic nervous system.
I see. But also in the half bridge, when we come down, you tell us to exhale very slowly. And but if I try to do that, then rather I become breathless. So
I understand.
After a point.
You
So
see,
it's not relaxing actually, as
yeah.
it should be, as you're saying.
I know. But you see, the reason why we are exhaling slowly is because we are giving time for these internal organs to get back to its neutral state. Continuing from what I told you, why we do the Setu Bandhas the half bridge posture is because we are letting the internal organs have that time and exhale out, because your inhale has reached there and now you're exhaling to, say for example, in a balloon, you've got other small balloons. All right. So if you want to flatten them out in a certain area, you will release the air slowly so that the pressure is constant and it becomes flat. But otherwise, it will turn into a ball again and hold those bubbles or another small balloons together. So this is why the exhale is slow, and at the same time, the pressure is being released by the spinal cord to bring it back down to the neutral state. But
so is it harmful? Okay, it doesn't matter, as you say. Okay, because halfway through, like one has to just let go. So is that all right?
Absolutely. The thing is, that what I suggest is don't hold the breath there. If you think your breath is finished, you slowly come back down. Don't inhale in the middle, because that breaks the process. You must have heard me saying that with one long exhale, without inhaling.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, and another thing that I wanted to know was about your this we do that the leg movement also, no, the 4-part leg movement.
Yes.
Inhale, exhale, take it right, and bring it up. So, how does that help? Could you please tell us a little bit about that?
To explain to you in short, it's a hip opener.
I see. Okay.
This is a preparation for Padmasana or your cross-leg posture.
Okay. Okay.
So what we are doing again is incorporating the breath to energize the movement. So we start with the inhale. So your leg is really powerful, and now you're bringing it closer as you're exhaling. So that also depends on your abdomen being empty of the breath, so that your thigh can come straight up, because we want the knee to be facing upwards.
Of course, yes.
Then when you're opening up again, now this is a stretch of the hip abductors. So you're inhaling again. And then finally again you exhale and inhale back to straighten up.
Yeah.
And go on to the next leg. Yeah. No,
so will this, are you going to tell a teacher as Padmasana eventually?
See, these are, whatever we are doing is actually a preparation for Padmasana. Everything that we do, even the gas release postures included, even the standing postures when we are doing our various lunges and our warrior extensions, these are all preparations for Padmasana.
Okay.
Because if you realize on a normal basis, we are just moving forward and backward with our legs. We barely use the hip joint the way it is designed. And nowadays, with the introduction of the chair, we barely fold our legs.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So everything is to be able to get that range of motion in the hip area so that you can comfortably sit in Padmasana. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. You've cleared a lot of doubts which come to mind, and yeah, hope we'll
as you are asking me, I'm learning at the same time. I mean,
no.
Somebody said very wisely, which I didn't understand so many years ago. It says that teaching is a way of learning, the best way of learning. And I realized that today, that from your questions actually, because there's not everything that a person can know. I mean, I'm just a beginner, like I told you, I know a little bit, but your questions, now flare up that quest in me to go and learn more and understand more so that I can share more.
Well, that'll be nice for us, because you'll keep sharing your knowledge with us, I hope, for lots of more time to come. Absolutely. And we look forward to your classes every day. So thank you very much. It's been a really great learning for us today. Thank you.
Thanks to you, Anita. Thanks. Have a lovely day, and bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.